Hey everyone, and welcome. We're diving into the amazing K-Tech on display at K-INNOSHOW 2025. And today, we're kicking things off with a company that's a real standout, Angel Robotics.
All right, let's start with this quote from the company itself. If technology has a temperature, Angel Robotics is likely 36.5 degrees Celsius. Now, think about that. That's not just some snappy slogan, right? 36.5 degrees Celsius. That's normal human body temperature. It's a huge clue that tells you everything about their approach. Their tech is designed to be warm, supportive, and, well, human.
So, let's talk about the company behind this whole idea of warm technology. Who are they, and what's driving them to build robots that feel less like machines and more like a part of us? And here they are, Angel Robotics. They got their start back in 2017 as a specialized company in wearable robotics, and they have this one really powerful mission. It's not about replacing people. It's about reimagining what we're capable of, using tech to help us get back and even improve our own natural abilities. So how do they pull this off? Well, it all comes down to their core tech, something they call interconnectivity. And this is the secret sauce, really. It's all about creating this perfect, seamless bond between a person and the robot. You know, with advanced sensors and AI, the robot can actually figure out how you want to move, and then it gives just the right amount of help. The result? It doesn't feel like you're wearing a machine. It feels like it's a part of you. Okay, so you've got this incredible technology. Where do you start? Well, Angel Robotics went right to where the need is most critical, the hospital. Specifically, helping patients in that acute phase of rehabilitation. So, in the hospital, they have this two-part solution. First up is the Angel Legs M20. You can see it here. It's a full-on exoskeleton, a medical device built for really intensive gait training. It's for helping patients with lower limb paralysis take those first, incredibly important steps. But then, you see that other, lighter device? That's the Angel Suit H10. And that, well, that hints at their much bigger vision, one that goes way beyond the hospital.
And get this isn't just some concept. We're talking about real deployed technology. Since it launched back in 2021, the Angel Legs M20 is already in use in over 100 hospitals and medical centers all over the world. This is proven tech that's out there making a difference right now.
But let's be real, recovery doesn't just end when you leave the hospital, right? The real trick is bridging that gap from the clinic back to your everyday life. And this is where Angel Robotics' strategy gets really, really smart.
And that's where the Angel Suit H10 comes into play. You see, the M20 is for that intense in-hospital work, but the H10, that's designed for the next chapter, continuing recovery at home. It perfectly delivers on their promise of taking a patient from the hospital to the home. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's the only wearable medical robot out there built specifically for that transition.
Now, if you're going to use something every day, it has to be easy, right? It has to be practical, and they nailed this with the H10. You can put it on in less than 3 minutes. Think about that. That removes a huge hurdle for someone who needs to use it consistently.
And on top of that, it is so light. It weighs only about 3 kilograms. That's just under 7 pounds. That's a huge deal because it means it's not a burden to wear, so you can actually keep it on for longer periods without getting worn out. So you put it all together. Easy to put on, super lightweight, and what you get is real freedom. It means you can use it pretty much anywhere. Inside, doing daily stuff around the house, or outside, maybe going for a walk. It really helps break down those barriers that can keep people stuck at home.
Okay, so the specs are impressive for sure, but what does all this tech actually mean for a real person's life? Let's take a look at the impact on the ground. I want you to meet Joo-hyun Lee. He's a 21-year-old university student, and after a spinal cord injury, he was left with paralysis in his lower body. His story is it's a really powerful look at what this tech can do. You know, when they asked him what it was like the first time he used it, he didn't mention the motors or the tech. He talked about a feeling. He said he felt a sense of awe. Just, wow. That says so much about the emotional and mental impact of being able to stand and walk again. And listen to this. It shows you exactly how this tech works with you, not for you. He says, it supports me, so I can walk without using much of my own strength.
See? It's not just dragging him along, it's helping him, augmenting his own strength so he can be the one doing the walking. It's empowering. But the really revolutionary part here isn't just the hardware. As cool as it is, the real game changer is that they've built this whole connected ecosystem around it, one that supports the entire journey back to health. The Angel Suit H10 is run by a special app. It's called Angela Pro. And you can think of this as the digital brain for the whole operation. It connects the patient, their therapist, and the device itself, all together in one smart system. So, with the app, a therapist can create a totally personalized training plan. They can actually watch the progress as it's happening, in real time. And then after, they can look at all the data and reports to see how things are going. It's a completely data-driven way to guide recovery, and it makes everything so much more precise. And that's the whole package, right? This tight integration of hardware and software, that's what makes Angel Robotics a real leader in this space. They've built a complete end-to-end solution that gives patients a clear, supportive, and data-backed path back to their daily lives. So all of this really brings us to a bigger, more inspiring idea. Companies like Angel Robotics, the kind we're seeing here at K-INNOSHOW 2025, they're not just building cool machines. They are fundamentally reimagining what it means to be human, what our potential is. They're showing us that with this kind of warm, human-centered tech, the limits we face today might not be limits tomorrow. And it's innovators just like them, backed by the support of organizations like South Korea's Ministry of SMEs and Startups, that are pushing K-tech onto the global stage. So the real question they leave us with is, if we can reimagine one person's ability, what human limits are we going to overcome next?